Hi, I'm Laura the Library Lady, and welcome to this episode. TGIF, boys and girls, thank goodness it's Friday. And it's not just any Friday, boys and girls, it's a holiday weekend. Let me be the first to say Happy Memorial Day. If you don't know what that holiday is all about, I suggest you spend some time talking about it with your parents. Memorial Day. I'll just say one thing. It is a day of remembrance. So think about that. So this is our last day doing the Golden Books. And our objective today is always finding a way to help someone else. And I have a very special guest with me here today to help me tell the story. Hello, Blue Bunny. How are you? All right, Blue Bunny is looking forward to the holiday weekend as well. So let's dig in and check out this book. The title of this book is the Tawny Scrawny Lion, and it's by Catherine Jackson, and it's by the same illustrator that's done the other books, Gustav Turgen, and it is a golden book. All right, let's dig in. Ready, Bunny? All right, Bunny is ready. Once there was a tawny, scrawny, hungry lion who never could get enough to eat. He chased monkeys on Monday, kangaroos on Tuesdays, zebras on Wednesdays. Bears on Thursday, camels on Friday, and on Saturday, elephants. And since he caught everything he ran after, that lion should have been as fat as butter. But he wasn't at all. The more he ate, the more scrawny and hungrier he grew. The other animals didn't feel one bit safe. They stood at a distance and tried to talk things over with the tawny, scrawny lion. Boy, this lion is always hungry. Reminds me of some people I know. It's all your fault for running away, he grumbled. If I didn't have to run for every single bite I get, I'd be as fat as butter and sleek as satin. Then I wouldn't have to eat so much. And you'd last longer. Oh, that's awfully nice of the lion. Just then, a fat little rabbit came hopping through the forest, picking berries. All the big animals looked at him and grinned shyly. Rabbit, they said. Oh, you lucky rabbit. We appoint you to talk things over with the lion. So see the little bunny? Doop, 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 doop. That made the little rabbit feel very proud. What shall I talk about? He asked eagerly. Any old thing, said the big animals. The important thing is to go right up close. So the fat little rabbit hopped right up to the big hungry lion and counted his ribs. You look much too scrawny to talk things over, he said. So how about supper at my house first? Now, boys and girls, do you think it was right for those big animals to send in a little tiny rabbit to talk to that lion? But that little tiny rabbit invited the lion over. What's for supper? Asked the lion. The little rabbit said, carrot stew. That sounded awful to the lion, but the little rabbit said, yes, sir, my 5 fat sisters and my 4 fat brothers are making delicious big carrot stew right now. What are we waiting for? Cried the lion, and he went hopping away with the little rabbit, thinking of 10 fat rabbits and looking just as jolly as you please. Well, grinned all the big animals, that should take care of the tawny, scrawny lion for at least today. So those big animals put this little animal at risk to save their own hides, boys and girls. Okay. But before very long, the lion began to wonder if they would ever get to the rabbit's house. First, the fat little rabbit kept stopping to pick berries and mushrooms and all sorts of good-smelling herbs. And when his basket was full, what did he do but flop down on the riverbank? "Wait a bit," he said. "I want to catch a few fish for the stew." That was almost too much for the hungry lion. For a moment he thought he would have to eat that one little rabbit then and there, but he kept saying 5 fat sisters and 4 fat brothers over and over to himself, and at last the two were on their way again. Boy, that lion doesn't even think about helping. He's just thinking about eating. "Here we are," said the rabbit, hopping around a turn with the lion close behind him. Sure enough, there was the rabbit's house with a big pot of carrot stew bubbling over an open fire. And sure enough, there were 9 more fat, merry little rabbits hopping around and poop, 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 poop. When they saw the fish, they popped them into the stew, along with the mushrooms and herbs. The stew began to smell very good indeed. And when they saw the tawny, scrawny lion, they gave him a big bowl of hot stew. And then they hopped about so busily that really it would have been quite a job for that tired, hungry lion to catch even one of them. So he gobbled his stew, but the rabbits filled his bowl again. When he had eaten all he could hold, they heaped his bowl with berries. And when the berries were gone, the tawny, scrawny lion wasn't scrawny anymore. He felt so good and fat and comfortable that he couldn't even move. Wow. See how generous they were to him? And all he did was sit and eat. "Here's a fine thing," he said to himself. "All these fast little rabbits, and I haven't room inside for even one." He looked at all those fine fat little rabbits and wished he'd get hungry again. "Mind if I stay a while?" he asked. "We wouldn't even hear of you going," said the rabbits. Then they plumped themselves down on the lion's lap and began to sing songs. Wow, that's awfully generous. And somehow, even when it was time to say goodnight, that lion wasn't one bit hungry. Home he went through the soft moonlight, singing softly to himself. He curled up in his bed, patted his sleek fat tummy, and smiled. When he woke up in the morning, it was Monday. "Time to chase monkeys," said the lion. But he wasn't one bit hungry for monkeys. What he wanted was some more of that tasty carrot stew. So off he went to visit the rabbits. On Tuesday, he didn't want kangaroos, and on Wednesday he didn't want zebras. He wasn't hungry for bears on Thursday, or camels on Friday, or elephants on Saturday. All right. All the big animals were so surprised and happy. They dressed in their best and went to see the little rabbit. "Rabbit," they said. "Oh, you wonderful rabbit, what in the world did you talk to that tawny, scrawny, hungry, terrible lion about?" The fat little rabbit jumped up in the air and said, "Oh, my goodness, we had such a good time with that nice, jolly lion that I guess we forgot to talk about anything at all." And before the big animals could say one more word, the tawny lion came skipping up the path. He had a basket of berries for the fat rabbit sisters, and a string of fish for the fat rabbit brothers, and the big bunch of daisies for the fat rabbit himself. "I came for supper," he said, shaking paws all around. Wow. Then he sat down in the soft grass, looking fat as butter, sleek as satin, and jolly as all get out, all ready for another big, good supper of carrot stew. Wow. So boys and girls, we not only learned what the objective was, but we also learned and reviewed the days of the week. And we've seen how kindness and generosity can change a person's heart. When we first met the lion, he was always hungry. But now he has friends. He's not eating any animals anymore, well, except the fish. And he's helpful. The first time he went, all he did was eat. But by the time he became friends, he showed up with a basket full of berries and a string full of fish and daisies. So, boys and girls, I hope you enjoyed this episode. I will see you next week. So, thank you, Blue Bunny, for helping me out today. All right, boys and girls, take care and be kind to one another. Take care. Bye-bye.